Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to end the video, and this is a paid request for Guillermo. Thank you so much for that. Very generous guy. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. I do have a Cash App as well, because people have asked about that. Links are down below in info box, and it could be for a review, a re-review, a random topic, reaction, commentary, video game playthrough, for an hour or full one, whatever the case may be. I'll get to it as soon as I can. And for those who have sent it, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I'll try to get it up as soon as I can. But Loop Track, the 2023 film that I had never heard of before. It's an independent film, horror film, that I guess was made in New Zealand. And it's one of those films where I did not hate the film. I didn't hate it. But man, it's one of those one-time watch. I would say it's okay. But it's just okay. But it reminded me of a film. I know it will sound weird. There was a film called The Ritual, which I guess because you had ultimately a group of people that go out in the woods, and the lead person, there's something going on with them, and possibly a backstory, and then there's this creature, and the guy gotta face this creature. I thought The Ritual did that way better. I actually quite like that film. I think that film's a bit underrated. This one, you have to have a lot of patience with this film. And even then, I could see the payoff making a lot of people laugh as that's supposed to, and I can't blame them for it. The payoff has some really nice practical effects, like really nice effects. But what the thing is, I will admit, I'm like, what? And then there's another scene I did laugh, and I'm like, what the f-? But I mean, it's like, it's really good effects, but I'm sure it's part of the mythology in New Zealand, I would assume. But still, it's like, I just see people going, what? But I'll get that in a minute. I'll say spoilers before it. But man, it takes a while to get there, because it's an hour and 30 or so minutes, give or take. And the first hour is rather slow. It's rather slow. It's a great looking movie in terms of where they shot this. Because the story is, you have this guy named Ian. This very quiet guy, very much in his shell. And he's nervous. He goes hiking. You get the idea there's a lot of stuff going on in his life, and he needs this alone time. And he's just, if he sees someone on the trail, he'll like hide from them. He'll go into the woods to try to go around and avoid them. He's a very, very nervous guy. And throughout it, he meets three other people. One guy that he does not know the phrase personal space. But granted, I mean, he's being a nice guy, but man, he's still one of those guys that just, he will not get the hint that this other guy wants to be, he wants to be left alone. So, yes, the guy is being nice, but man, the fact he doesn't get the hint this much makes him a bit infuriating. And even the lead guy, I will admit, it got to a point I was a bit infuriated with him too. Because I get that he's quiet. I get that there's a line he says where my fuck ups because I'm so weak. Like, he's so tired of his screw ups because he feels so weak. But there's not, I didn't think there was really an arc to the character. At least not, I mean, I guess maybe a little bit, but not as strong as other films were, or could, or should have showcased it. And you never really get to know anything about the guy. You get the hint that he had a wife and they separated, and that he's just very depressed, but you never know the details. Like, you never know what really happened. There is no backstory, there is no flashbacks. I think the Ritual did that a lot better, where you see this guy's off, but then you see, and I thought a very unique way where he's in the woods, but as he's in the woods start becoming like a store, and he's like, what? We're like, what the hell's going on? It's like a lights flicker, and then by a tree, there's like a piece of a store, and then he's entered his flashback where he's reliving this moment where someone he knows, there was a robbery and the person died and he was too afraid to get to the guy, which you can understand because a hero is a sandwich. I mean, it's hard to be a hero. You know, it's easy to say in a movie, it's hard in real life, and you know, you have someone with guns and you have the instant you don't want to die, but then there's someone, you know, that you can understand the situation, you can feel sorry for him. There's never really that case with this guy. It got to the point that he was so, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Like, a little goes a long way, and it got like 30 minutes in. I just wanted to be like, smack him in the face. God damn it, dude. Stop being a pussy. I mean, I think there's other movies that have done that better. I don't think his acting was bad. I really don't. I don't think the actors in this film were bad. And the other, I said three people. There's the guy who doesn't know personal space. There's a couple. There's a couple who are together. You know, a couple who are together. So the two of them and the personal space guy, and then Ian. It's the four of them. And really, the first hour is kind of just them on the trail, hiking. Once in a while, Ian sees what he thinks is a shadow. Or he sees a little bit of blood on a tree. His paranoia gets to him where they're in a... They go to one of these huts, one of these buildings, and there's backpacks there. And overnight happens... They don't come back. It's the next morning. So this guy's paranoid as to what happened to these people, and it could be someone in the group. I will admit, when I got like 40 minutes, I got halfway in this film, and I paused. Because I got up and got a drink. Actually, I got one of these. Mellow Yellows. I'm sitting there going, what the hell is this movie even about? Like, what is the point of this film? Where is this going? I guess maybe some people will be intrigued, but to me, I'm sitting there going, all I'm seeing is a nervous Nelly ready to piss his pants, a guy that can't take a hint, and a couple, they're just a couple. They seem like nice guy, nice girl, but that's it. And all I'm focused is, Ian, what is your deal? I'm going to smack you in the face. Okay? 5 across the eyes, man. And I'm kind of sitting there going, when is this movie going to get to a point? When is this movie going somewhere? I don't think, well, is this a rant? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll eventually get there, but just... That's the thing. It's a beautiful location. The acting's not bad. Maybe there's a little bit of interest as this gotta be going somewhere, so what is it? It's just there's really not much happening. And you're with the lead character that you never find out what his deal really is, other than he thinks he's so weak. I'm like, you're right. You are so weak. And why are you so weak? And I'm trying to think, like, I gotta get into spoilers starting now. Spoilers. Heavy spoilers. So like I said, they he avoids people. Then there's the guy who doesn't get the hint, and it's two of them. Then they meet the other two people, and there's the four of them hiking. And at the end, Ian keeps seeing not even keeps. He like 2 or 3 times he sees a shadow, and then one time he sees a little bit of blood on a tree. That's what I said. Then they get to that hut, that place, and the backpacks, like I mentioned, and it's the next day. The backpacks are still there. He looks at the person's phone. They left their phone there. And he goes through the phone and says, "Wait a minute. This guy who don't know personal space, he was there in the photo. How is he there?" And even the couple start going, "Yeah, that is weird. Like, why'd you come back and go?" And the guy tries to explain it, but the way he explains it is very suspicious. As if there is something more to this guy. Spoiler, no, there isn't. And then lo and behold, at that same, talk about luck, right as they're arguing, right as there's a little bit of paranoia, the two girls come in. And I'm kind of sitting there going, who the hell are these two girls? So they went to a place and they left their backpacks and their phone for... I mean, by the time our four characters got there, it was still daytime. All the way to the morning. So, hell, let's say they got there at 6 p.m. And they woke up, say, at 6 a.m. That's at least 12 hours. Maybe 13, maybe 14. Would you go into a place and just leave your backpack and your fucking phone just willy-nilly here? That anybody could just stolen the shit? I mean, are these two ladies, like, just dumb? Or were they bred that way? Are you dumb or dumber? Are you Neil and Bob? Or is that what you do? Like, what the fuck? So that was like, I get what they were doing. They're trying to create this sense of paranoia where, is it just this lead guy who's so out of it that, is he going to go psycho? Is this a psychological horror film where it's this guy's breakdown in the woods and he goes to too many conclusions? No, it's not. It's none of that. But again, why would these two girls just leave the damn backpacks here with their fucking phones? I mean, imagine if those four were like, well, shit, this is free shit. All right, you got any money too? Oh shit, they got their phone. Wow, I can look at their pictures. Damn, I'm gonna. Oh, they got their private information too. Let me make sure I steal this shit, you know. Actually, let me get my phone and go click, click, click. Well, I got their personal info, so I don't have some fun spending some shit. God damn. Just two morons. But anyway. So after that, our four still go on their journey. It comes to a point where they split up. They get lost in the woods a bit. It's nighttime. One of them has a flashlight. They lose the flashlight. Ian sees something, makes a run for it. Of course, still no one believes him, which you can't blame him because he says he saw stuff and then says, oh, it was just, my mind. Or he's been such, the paranoia before. Which I guess if that was the case where he thought it was one thing, it was another with the backpack. Thus, when he tries to warn them again, you can understand why they don't believe him. It's the little, Chicken Little type of thing. The sky has fallen. How many times can you say it before you don't think it's, true? The boy who cried wolf is what I'm talking about. You cry wolf so many times, people will stop believing you. So if that was the setup for this, I can understand that. I can. It's just that the first hour and change, I just didn't think it was that exciting. I didn't think it was that suspenseful. There's really nothing to be scary. The characters, I didn't find that intriguing. The dialogue, I didn't really find that funny. It was just more of, I like the nature setting. I don't think the acting was bad. And okay, maybe there's a hint of interest of where is this going. And I didn't expect it, I'll say that. The big spoiler of the film, Ian goes to find the guy who don't know personal space. He sees something. We don't see it. He runs off. He finds the couple and says, something is eating him. Now, I'm guessing the reason they don't show it is because we're supposed to think, oh, well, this guy, is he crazy? Is he seeing things? Maybe did he kill the guy? Whatever. Although, I don't know. And I never really thought it was going to go in that direction. That, oh, he's a killer or something. I never really thought that. So whether that's a failure on the movie or not, I don't know. One thing leads to another. The guy finds his woman dead, ripped in half. Thinks our lead guy did it. They're both struggling with each other. And they turn and they see the creature, which is a giant black pelican. It's a giant black bird. It looks like a pelican. Yeah, I can't think of Starface. Hey, pelican, pelican fly, pelican. Look at that pelican. It's a black bird with a long-ass beak. It's kind of like next, like a pelican swan, and it get that long pelican beak. It's a bird. It's a bird. As big as like a dinosaur bird, but it's like a big black pelican bird. That's where I went. What? I didn't expect that. I thought the effects are actually really good, and they use a lot of practical, which was really, surprising. Our two characters run off. They hide in this house. The one guy is wounded. The Thing breaks in. You see all in its glory, and that's when I laughed. I don't know why I didn't laugh the first time I saw it, but when I laughed, because it's just that big black pelican. I'm like, I like the effects, but it's not scary looking. It's not creepy looking. It doesn't really instill any fear. It's just like, it's got that reaction. This really the one big piece of gore is in this scene where the lead guy tries to help the other guy, and they're trying to fight it, but one gets pushed back, and the guy, part of the couple, the Thing shoves his beak right in its face, and kind of does this, or it kind of sheaves it in half, or at least like this side kind of. It's done practically. Nice gore. Give you that. Good. They did good creature effects. And then like I said, I guess you would say this is an arc because the lead guy does fight the Thing, but it's not like him fighting his weakness or him overcoming his trauma, or we see flashbacks where he's a bit frozen at first and he's maybe the stalked and hide, I can't do it, but suddenly he's like, fuck it, I will do it, and then, no, it's just this scene where he's trying to get away from it, and he moves his head, and the Thing bumps his beak on the floor. The lead guy grabs his neck, chokes him out. Talk about choke a bitch. and chokes the bitch. Just chokes it. Goes down, goes down, goes down until it's dead. And you go, oh, okay. Well, there you go. Like a very short battle. He runs out. There's another one out there. He just chased. He sees that there's eggs out there. I think the thing hits his leg, but he takes his pants off and it kind of discombobulated. The guy runs off. I guess with his pants was his tees, so he can't get in his car. He just keeps running. A car drives by. He goes help, and then the movie's over. And you go, oh, that's it? I guess that's it. Like I said, it just kind of petered out. It, like, the reason I don't hate it is it is a unique idea. I didn't see it coming. And usually, well, I guess I can be fascinated by, you really gave me RTO straight out of nowhere notion of, okay, I didn't know that's where it was going. So I guess that surprise, it was kind of like fun to be surprised like that and to appreciate the work they put into the practical effects in it. Is that a downbeat ending? Is that, I mean, there's more out there, sure, because it lives out there, so I guess, but you can make a sequel if you want, but it didn't feel like a sequel bait ending either. You know, the guy got help. It's not downbeat. It's not, a stupid ending. It's just one of those, okay. It just felt a bit anticlimactic, if that made sense. It just kind of went, okay, well, that was a thing. That's just my reaction to it. I went, oh, okay. I didn't know what else to say. I think at the end of the day, like, as I'm describing it, I just see people going, sounds lame as hell. And you got a point. It probably is lame as hell. So I wouldn't say I love the film. I mean, I've seen much, 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 much worse movies. And maybe that's why. It's just I've seen much, much worse. It's just one of those, it was a time waster. I could appreciate the effects. I could appreciate the weird direction it took. That, again, the scenery and the acting being not bad. I could appreciate that stuff. Especially with a lot of stuff I see. Especially in the independent market. But it does have a lot of problems. It takes too long to get going. I don't think the trip there was really that exciting, or the trip to get to the third act there wasn't a whole lot of merit to it. The lead guy, again, he at times he got a bit annoying to me, which is how in his shell they just kind of want to shake him up and give him, what do the hands say to the face? And the reveal of the creature being a big black pelican is going to make people laugh. They're going to go, what the fuck is this? Like, what? Yeah, I like the look of it. I applaud the people that did the effects on it. But I'm like, that's, it must be a New Zealand thing. Maybe that's like with us and Bigfoot. Maybe that's if anyone is in New Zealand and you see this, you do feel free to explain to me. I have a feeling something with that. Again, like in America we have Bigfoot, or Scotland, Loch Ness Monster. Maybe that's a thing over there with this. So, but they said if there was an actual like backstory to the lead character as to why he's this damn nervous, if there's an actual like development where I felt like an arc happened. I'm just assuming it happened because he survived, but I didn't feel like it had an arc. If, I don't know, if there was more... more to the first hour. It would have been nice to see, but like I said, I saw a film years ago called The Ritual, and I thought that was actually I'd like to see that film again. It's been a while since I've seen it, but people going to the woods, and then there's a bit of build up, but I thought there's a lot more meat to the matter with the creature, with the ideas, with the lead character and backstory. I just thought that did this type of thing a lot better, with a lot more interesting creature. But again, I didn't hate this film. It's a time waster at best, but I will probably never see this film again either. But hey, I'm glad I saw it once, because when I saw that damn bird, I went, okay, great effects, but it's I just kept thinking of Scarface. Hey, Pelican, hey, Pelican, come on, Pelican. It's Tony Montana. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.